Welcome back to the new episode of Forced Marriage. Thanks, baby. What's up, baby? What with that face? Jungkook asked for release June. That's him. I shoved my phone onto Jungkook's hand and took the ice cream from him, turning away to look at the screen. My head started to itch. I ignored it, stuffing my mouth with ice cream. I heard Jungkook sigh beside me, then the sound of my phone placed on the table in front of me. Don't stress out, baby. I will take care of it, Jungkook said, putting his arm around my waist, bringing my body near to his. I rested my head on his shoulder, sighing heavily. Come here, Jungkook shifted lightly and made me lie on the couch with my head on his lap. I crossed my eyes. I closed my eyes with fingers run through my hair slowly. Is there anything else, baby? Jungkook asked softly. I hummed in reply. You can call. Tell me, baby, don't stress yourself, he replied, softly kissing my head. Hun called me. He was at my old apartment. I shared with Jimin yesterday. Jungkook's hand stopped for a second, but he resumed his finger to run through my hair, leaning to kiss his head on once more. Kissed my nose lightly, very softly. My heart melted at his caring. Then he picked my lips for a second before pulling back. What did he say? Jungkook asked. He threatened to meet him tomorrow. I told him I heard Jungkook's sigh. What do you want to do, baby? He asked. I love him. How he considered my opinion. I think I will meet him. I will not know what's going on in his head if I don't talk to him, but I want you to be near me. Maybe stay near and the place we are meeting. I will call you in if he tried anything, I asked, trailing my head up to looking into his eyes. Sure, baby, he smiled and I smiled back at her, automatically feeling good out of nowhere. This man, his smile can do magic. You are so smarter than I expected, baby. Jungkook said in a teaching tone. I replied by hitting his stomach with my elbow, making him wince in pain. Freak, I muttered, smiling to myself as he groaned in pain. Let's go to the bed, baby, he said. I was about to move away from his lap, but he is already carrying me in bridal style, walking towards the bedroom. I put my head around his neck and leaned my face in his neck as he carried me. Jungkook put me in bed and we cuddled to sleep. My eyes are closed with my brain is still working, thinking about John and Han. What's gonna happen tomorrow? I fall asleep thinking about that. My eyes fluttered open at the sound of the door squeaking. I turn around to alert Jungkook, but the bed is empty. Jungkook is not in bed. He was out there doing something that he did recently almost every night. Our bedroom door was closed, so it is definitely the front door. My heart started beating fast. My Egyptian are right as I heard footsteps coming out of our room. Jungkook was just back from God knows where. The alarm clock displayed for 5 in the morning. I want to confront him about his demand where Jungkook was going, but I am not sure he will tell me. If he wanted me to know, he should have told me before leaving or the morning when I confronted him. He always brushes off it every time I bring it up. He doesn't want me to know. What is that? What is that? He does not want me to know where he is going every night after I fall asleep. There is no possibility of me knowing it. If I comforted him. Now I should know it myself. I pulled the cover up to my chin as I heard the bedroom door open. I closed my eyes tightly as I tried to act like I was asleep. I heard his soft steps entering the room. He walked straight to the walk-in closet, muttering something under his breath. When I heard attentively, I realized Jungkook is talking on the phone while trying to change his clothes. We should not do this on nights, at least not every night, Jungkook whispered onto the phone while trying to step out of his pants. What do you mean by that? By why? I have a husband sleeping with me on my bed beside me, remember? There was a few seconds of silence before Jungkook spoke again. Shut up. That was when I was single. I am married now. I can sneak out of bed every night without alerting my husband now, can I? This time it did not take more seconds before he spoke. No way. Who said I will stop doing this? I see what you are trying to do. They are trying to get rid of me. No way. I can imagine him smirking. By the way he is speaking, I felt like my heart dropped onto my stomach. I really didn't want to think about Jungkook like that. I know he would not cheat. He wouldn't. I'm sure he can tell if I can tell if a person is cheating. When my ex was in a relationship with me, I'm not that dumb. But the way Jungkook spoke is making my mind think something I really don't want to think. We will just stop doing it in night time. Taehyung has been bringing up about it recently. I am sure he knows I am sneaking out on nights. I brushed it off every time they tried to ask. I think he is not taking it seriously. I said to stop sneaking nighttime before he takes this thing into his hand and came after me for details. Too bad I already took the matter into my hands. It's not like I will tell him if he confronts me. I just don't want him to know anything. There was a pause before Jungkook spoke. Yeah, sure, okay. Jungkook hung up the phone. I'm sure he changed his clothes already. I expected him to join me in the bed, but he walked around the bed and walked out of the bedroom, leaving the door open. Jungkook walked straight into the his office, which is opposite of our bedroom. I slightly sat up to see what he is doing. He did not close the door of his office room too, so I can clearly see what happens in the office across from ours. Jungkook walked to his desk and placed something in the first drawer, something black, an object I can't see what is due to the distance and light was turned off, so I could not see it. Then he took out a plastic wrapper from the same drawer. That's when I noticed the clothes in his hand. Jungkook put the clothes into the plastic wrapper and dumped them onto the dustbin at the corner of the room and closed the lid of the dustbin. Jungkook turned around to come out of the room. I quickly leaned back on the bed and pulled the cover back. My heart started to beat like I was the one who is sneaking things. After a few minutes, he slipped onto the bed beside me. I was sleeping with my back to him. I thought Jungkook will go to sleep, but he moved closer to me with his hand around my waist. Then he brought my back closer to his chest. I can feel his breath in my neck. I immediately felt tensed. I don't know why I felt him stiffening for a second before he relaxed his body and nuzzled his face onto my neck. Did he feel my racking heartbeat? Did he know I was awake all while? You are even more irascible in your sleep, I heard him whisper in his face. is near my ear. You're gonna be the thought of me. Jungkook hissed. That's when I felt something poking on my butt cheek. Silly Jungkook is needy. My face went red Within a second, I can feel the heat on my face, but he did not try anything. He just held me and placed my neck once in a while. Picked my neck once in a while. Can such a man cheat on me? How can I believe Jungkook is cheating on me when he does things like this? After a few minutes, or maybe it's been an hour, I heard him breathing. Eventually, Jungkook is asleep, but the sleep never reached my eyes. I was wide awake, thinking I tried to move out of hold, so maybe I could. I check what he placed on the desk or the dustbin, or maybe go through his phone. I tried to remove his hand away from, but Jungkook tightened his grip, unconsciously nuzzling his face onto my neck, making the hair of his skin stand still. After few tries, I successfully let his hand leave me. I quickly replaced my body with a pillow in case Jungkook woke before he, because of feeling a pettiness beside him. Just like he do every night, he sneak away. I tiptoed to the other side of the bed to search for his phone. He usually put it on nightstand before going to sleep, but it is not there on the nightstand. Maybe he left it in the closet after talking into the phone. I walked into the closet unexpected. I find the phone. I took the phone and tried to open it. Silly, it's locked. 6 digits password. That most iconic thing in is his background wallpaper. It's me. I don't remember taking this. I'm sure it's the picture he took when I am so into the book that I was reading last week. I had my glasses on with my eyes on the book. That's so cute. Did he cheat on me? No way. I can't believe it. There is no way he is cheating. But what is he doing then? I tried his both date and mine too. What it is, I tried many random numbers, but I could not open it, and many times I tried. After trying many times, the phone got locked for an hour. Freak! I put the phone back in its place and walk out of the room to slow steps, making sure Jungkook is asleep, not awake, watching me as I did just now. I closed the door slowly with my eyes in Jungkook's and repeating the mistake of leaving the door open as he just one. Make sure that he did not wake up. Even if he woke up, I can pretend like drinking water in the kitchen. I walked to his office room and switched the light on and walked to the dustbin, looking at the bedroom for every couple of seconds to make sure. I opened the lid of dustbin and took out the plastic wrapper with clothes in it. With my eyes on the bedroom, which is across the room, I am standing now. I opened the wrapper and took the clothes out. It's black t-shirt and black pants. There is nothing wrong with it. Then I felt something cold. As I touched the t-shirt, I took my eyes off of the door and looked at the clothes in my hand. My hands are red, blue. What the freak? Oh my god. I look closely at and find its stains on the black t-shirt. It's still wet. My hands are stained with blood coming from that clothes. My hands shook in panic. I felt my heart beating like crazy. There is blood on his clothes and it's not his. He is fine. When he cuddled beside me, there is someone else blood on Jungkook's clothes, a lot of it. What was he doing? First time in my life, I felt like I'm gonna pass out of tension. Ring. Oh, I jump at the sound. Alarm. The alarm from the bedroom. 6 o'clock. He's awake. The blur on his clothes. I don't know. I do not realize I was mumbling under my breath in tension. I quickly put the clothes back onto the plastic wrapper and dumped them onto the dustbin and put the lid back without getting the bloodstain. Wait, I ran out of that room like a crazy dog, crashing after me, kicked the door open with my leg, not bothering to close it behind. My eyes are hanging from the loud heartbeat. I opened the door of our bedroom without getting the blood on it and ran onto the bedroom, then onto the bathroom, picking it the door with my which was slightly open. I looked behind towards the bed to see Jungkook staring up awake. I kicked the door behind with my leg, and second he opened his eyes. I walked over to the sink, looking myself in mirror. My hands with blushers. What's happening? Who the heck did I marry? Suddenly married. With whom actually? Thanks, B.O.B. Who the heck did I marry? My heart is still yet to calm down. I don't think it's gonna stop beating loud with the blood still on my hands. I let the water run through the tap, holding my hands under it. I scrubbed them for a long time until I no longer felt the red on my hand. Baby, huh? I jump on my place at the sudden voice. Are you okay? It's been a long time since you went there, Jungkook asked. I can imagine him standing in front of the door, worried. I, I, I took a deep breath, not letting my voice shake. This time, I will be out in a few minutes. Okay, take your time. I was just checking, baby, he replied. Also, I want to take you somewhere to eat. Get ready, Jungkook added before walking away. I showered and get ready with thoughts running my mind. It's not his blood. What on earth is he doing? There is blood on his clothes. What am I supposed to even think? Baby, do you want to drink something? I came out of my thoughts as I heard him speaking. We are currently sitting at the table having breakfast in the nearest restaurant. No, I said, eating my breakfast. Are you okay? Yes, I replied, but I'm not. Are you sure? Yeah, I tried to assure him, but even he can't seem to believe my words. Not at all fine. There, he drove me to uni in his car, telling me that I am too distracted to drive today. I once again lost in thoughts of why Jungkook had blood on his clothes when we finally reached the uni. Jungkook tapped on my shoulder to get me out of my thoughts. I will get going. Bye. Baby, Jungkook stopped me holding my shoulder. Are you still stressing about your ex and Hoon? Jungkook asked, making me remember the forgotten worries. Silly, I completely forgotten about them. The issues with them seem so tiny compared to this one. What the heck is happening in my life? I was never this stressed with things in my life, not even when my mom died and my father remarried. Ring. I heard Jungkook's phone ringing in his pocket. He took out his phone. I leaned to see the name appeared on the screen. It said Jide. He turned off his phone before I could read the whole name and turned to me, placing his phone back to his pocket. Don't stress over it, baby. It's gonna be okay, he said, leaning to pick my lips. I kissed him back without hesitation. He could be a killer or something more, my mind reminded me, but I could not let myself stop kissing him. Why is that? Do I not care that he is out there doing something dangerous? Do I not? I care about him. I don't want him to get hurt. I am falling for him. I do care. Call me if you don't feel good, okay? Jungkook sounded so worried. He fixed the hair that got onto my eyes behind my ear and kissed my forehead. I almost melted in his gesture. My heart raced, knowing he is doing something out there that got blood on his clothes. Something dangerous, nothing. Nodding my head. No, I was out of the car. Lunchtime. Others POV Taehyung sat with his friend in the cafeteria to eat his lunch, but was lost in thoughts. His friend was too busy talking about the upcoming exam, so they did not notice Taehyung staring onto the place without eating. Taehyung's POV, he doing that every night. He sneaked out. What is he even doing? I thought he was a gentleman who runs a music studio. Should I Google about him? I never really got to know about him before the marriage. All I know is his age and his music studio. I don't think Google will tell why my husband had blood on his clothes after he returned home late night doing something. I should know what he is doing, but how? I should go through his phone. Maybe I will get some details, but what about the password? I need to figure out and the password for I should sneak peek while he use his phone and get the password. Yeah, I should know his password and choose a perfect time to go through his phone without him knowing. Wait, he got a call from Jide this morning. Jide, why does this name sound familiar? Oh, silly, the mafia guy from the party freak. How come I did not think about it earlier? Jungkook said Jide is his friend, and is he just a friend or is Jungkook with them? Is he working with the mafia? Oh freak, that is a possibility. He could be. Oh my god, what's going on Taehyung? Just by hearing that stupid sound of John, I felt my problem got added some onto it. I heard him grabbing the chair to sit beside me. I looked to find the chair empty in front of me. Where did my friends go? No wonder this freak come to sit with me. Honey will skin him alive if he tries to bother me in front of her. He knows better not to bother me in front of my friends, but where did they go without telling me? They told you before leaving, but you were so busy thinking something. I heard this stupid voice again. Were you stalking me? I asked annoyed. No, it's called love. I was stuck. I can't move my eyes from you, no matter what. John spoke, nearing me. Freak off. I moved his hand away and stood up to sit on the other side. Are you thinking about me? He asked. Go off, John. I told you to stop bothering me. I spat hatefully, deciding to walk away from him. But I love you. I want you back. Why don't you understand? He spoke, annoying me even more, cause I'm married and in love with my husband. So freak off, stop bothering me. Next time if you try to speak with me again, I will use my fish to reply. I stood up, taking my bag to walk away. I groaned inwardly when I heard his steps behind me. I told you to stop bothering me, didn't I? I stopped to look at him when he reached an less popular area. I will beat this sick up. Who does think he is? Do you think I will believe you when you said you are in love with that man? June asked like he is challenging me. You married with him without dating. You don't even know each other before you got married. He sounded more confident this time. How does he know all this? I narrowed my eyes at him. What do you want, John? I asked. He did not even speak to me once after we broke up. Not even once. Now he came here to talk to me like he knows everything about me. There is no way he was waiting for me all these years. He moved on. He dated people after me. I was single for 3 years. Of course, I sneaked into my ex's social media once or twice in all these years. I want you, Taehyung, I want you back. He moved near to me, so close, just tries to hug me, but I pushed him away. He tried again. This freak doesn't listen to words. I twisted my hand and punched him straight on his jaw, making him fall on the ground, clutching his jaw. I am not that good at fighting, but that doesn't mean I cannot throw some good punches. If I tell you to stop bothering me, you will stop bothering me. Got it, June? I warned him, catching his collar. I pushed him down, not waiting for his reply, and walked away. Then it feels so good to throw some punches. It makes me look like a bad boy. Ring on silly. I forgot about him. Damn, another guy to deal with. Why do I feel like universe is against me? Hello? Why? Where are you? I'm waiting. Hon asked impatiently. Well, you are the one who wanted to meet. I'm not as free as you are. I replied, grunting whatever Hon said with a snort. And I'm not free to. I have a date with my boyfriend. I was about to break up with my 20th boyfriend today. I'm nervous, but I still made time for you. Be grateful, he mumbled. Nervous. I could not help but laugh. This is funny coming from Hun. I'm nervous because I'm lacking boys to date. I am not sure if I can find another boy to date, he said, like he was really worried. You are a oh, you know that? I told him the same thing I have 100 times before. Which, please, you have told me like 100 times already. Hon talks. What do you want to talk about? If it's one of your pranks to tease me, I swear I will beat the dirt out of you. I warned him. Hon doesn't sound so serious as yesterday. I'm not sure if he is doing something to annoy me like he does in the past, or there is something really serious. This time it's about Jungkook. He sounded really nervous and serious too. That's not like Hon. What? I asked, suddenly feeling bad about it. Does he know about Jungkook too? Jungkook, he said, trail off like he doesn't know how to start. Can you please come here? This is really serious. Taehyung Hoon sounded so serious this time. Please. Well, that's new for him to use please in some sentence that he spoke to me. I suddenly thought about last night. Hoon sounded really frantic yesterday. I thought he was up to something like usual, but he sounds so serious today. Is he really up to something silly like usual? Am I not sure? I'm not sure. He doesn't sound like this when he is about to set up to some silly. If it is one of your stupid things to get me, I swear I was cut off by him. Taehyung, I swear this is big. It is really. Come here, I'm waiting, told me before hanging off. What is that? I'm about to go crazy here. Hoon waved his hand to me to come over to his table. As I entered the restaurant, I quickly walked to the table and sat on the chair across him. Speak, I asked as soon as I said the waiter arrived to take our orders. Before he continued, open his mouth. We ordered food and I stared at him. As soon as the waiter walked away, I'm sorry, Taehyung, he said. Well, you are too late to say sorry, I told him as the food arrived. I hate you really, but I don't hate you that much to spoil your entire life. Hun spoke guilty. I frowned at the sudden behavior change. We are always in each other's stores from day one. We always hate each other. We have done a lots of things to get at each other, but never once I told him sorry or vice versa. Like went as far as to sit my ex-boyfriend when I was dating him to get me. I added green hair color onto his shampoo to get him the next day. That was when we were high school, junior in high school. We were at the same high school, so we were always trying to get each other from school to home. I did not expect my mom to switch you in my place. I really did not. I feel so bad for you, really. He spoke, staring at the food. Well, your mom is full of surprises, isn't she? I said in a mocked voice, trying to make him feel even worse. Aren't you going to ask why I ran away like that? Hon asked, genuinely curious. Knowing you, I don't think I need to ask. You are a moron. From the beginning, I snorted. That's not, he said, trail off. Okay, I'm curious now. What was it? I asked, looking at him curiously. Well, I was just trying to be a butt. Like usual, he scratched his neck, laughing sheepishly, making me roll my eyes at him. That's what I thought. I huffed in annoyance. I mean, Jungkook is hot and all, but he is just not for me, he said, shrugging his shoulder. I really don't want to marry. I mean, I can't stay with a guy for more than 2 months. I don't want to know why my mom thought I would accept to marry whoever she across for me, whoever she chose for me. He spoke, glaring at the food. Then I got to know about her business dealings. I told her I will never sacrifice my life for her stupid business, but she forced me. I told not have another choice but to sneak away from the wedding. He said, you know what? You are the dumbest person I have ever known. You could have done it in a week early than the wedding or something. She should have cancelled the wedding. Something I spoke, stopping myself from snapping his neck. I mean, I could, but I wanted to teach her a lesson for trying to force me onto a marriage. If I ran away at the last minute, her prestige would fall from the bridge, and the money she loves so would be wasted too. But the who thought, he sighed once again, rubbing his face with his palm. Like I said, your mom is a witch. He glared at me for calling his mom witch, but I glared back. Eventually, he looked down. I'm sorry, I know. How does it feel so to marry someone you don't know? And like that's why I ran away. I only imagine how bad it was for you. I genuinely sorry. I am in what it is for you to want to talk. I asked, remembering the real reason for our meeting. I came back to a week ago. My mom told me she still wanted me to marry Jungkook. He told me, making my heart skip a beat. What? I have not idea how she thought I'm gonna marry him. These times Hoon started making me sigh in relief. She was planning to divorce you and make me marry Jungkook. She even threatened to disown me if I do not obey her. He spoke, making me frown. They switched. I said no and I left the house to live with my friends, but then I remember you are suffering because of me. So I agreed to her terms. He said, making me breathe less of my drink. What the freak did you do? I shouted, not caring if people heard. He looked at me confused. I thought I could make her divorce you so you can go back to your life. Then I will plan something to avoid marrying Jungkook. I have done it once. It's not gonna be hard to do twice. Won't explain like he is doing good for me. No, I would be happy if he told that he is before I got feeling for my husband, but now it's a big no. Freak, what does this woman doing now? What is she doing about divorce? I asked eagerly. I don't know much about it. She told me to go after Jungkook and she takes care of the rest. Whom told, still looking confused and nervous, silly freaka. You are so useless and your bishop mom. I thought she finally did some good thing for me. I almost wanted to cry. Can you please stop calling my mom bitch? He told me, making me go furious. Why the freak not? She is a wish. I said through gritting teeth. What are you so annoyed about? He said, annoyed with me. I'm annoyed because I stopped in the mid sentence. I saw June walk onto the restaurant. Heck, what is he? What's with my leg these days? Switch sits with me, I said, standing up, holding a hand to my face. What? Why? Who asked? Looking around, confused but still, he stood up. I quickly pushed him out of his seat and sat in his seat. Hoon sat in my seat, still looking around like a person who started watching a movie at the climax. Suddenly, his eyes lightened like he just solved some biggest. That guy, you know him? Hoon asked, pointing at John. I slapped his hand away, covering my face. That's my ex. He is bothering me a lot recently, I told him. That's him, Hoon said, slapping my hand repeatedly to get my attention, even though I have been watching him all the time. He was at our home a couple of times to meet mom, more than a couple. I heard mom speaking to him on the phone many times too. That's him. What's his name? Something like Ji Jung. He looked at me for an answer. June, I replied, making him nod his head furiously. No wonder he is after me. That's one of your wishy moms doing. I groaned in annoyance. Can you please? Hoon started, but I cut him off. She is a wish. I replied furiously. He is gone. Hoon said. I look around. June is not there. What did he come for then? I wondered. For you, of course. I am 90% sure he is following you here, Hoon said, trying my glass to sip the juice, taking my glass to sip the juice in it. No way, I punched him to the death. Before I came here, I said, annoyed, you punched him to death. He laughed, holding his hand to his mouth. You wanna try? It has been a long time since we got a physical fight, huh? I fisted my hand, standing up in my place, ready to launch a punch. Dan, calm down. I was joking. Horn is broke, pushing my shoulders to make me sit down on chair. We never change, are we? He clenched, taking my glass to sip the juice in it, but I snatched it from him. That's mine. I glared at him. Chill. Horn put his hand in surrender before taking his own glass from my side. So why don't you divorce Uncle to make it easy? Then I will run away again. Both of us can be free, Horn said, looking excitedly. Freak no, I shouted, slamming my glass on the table. Dramatic, I know, but this silly wants me to divorce my husband, my Jungkook. I like him more than like. I will not divorce him. No way. Shook my head to make it through go away from my head. Your eyes, his eyes went wide in surprise, more like a shock. You should not like him, Horn blurted out, suddenly looking scared. What? Why not? I asked, both curious and annoyed. He's dangerous. He carried out like a kid trying to win an argument without a good comeback. I frowned quickly at that. Does he know? What are you talking about, Horn? I asked, leaned forwarded. Jungkook is dangerous, Taehyung, very dangerous. No one knew it. I get to know it by an accident. He is not safe to be with, Horn said, grabbing my hand. What the freak are you talking about? I grabbed my hand back, getting defensive. I know Jungkook might be dangerous, I just discovered it too. But I'm still getting defensive over him, even though what Honi said is right. Do I like him that much? What do you mean by dangerous? I asked, narrowing my eyes at Hon. I can tell you, Taehyung, there is a lot of things I got to know by accident. I wish I did not know them. Hon said nervously, rubbing his temple. Tell me, I demanded. Hon shook his head. No, but I glared at him to speak. Hon cup before rubbing his face. To be continued. Everyone, what do you think? What is it that Hon know about Jungkook? What Jungkook actually do? And what will Taehyung do when he came to know about the real truth about Jungkook? We will figure it out all of this in the next episode. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.